There we go. Yep. Stay in the it's crisp. Yeah, if you stay in the green, you should be good. All right.
Hey, good evening. Tomaholic back with Ryan Jones as the duo is back on the ice airwaves for you guys as we get started up for what feels like the first live broadcast in forever.
Yes, it's been a while.
It has been too long. On the road, last trip through Philly, we spent all our time at Black Bear TV ice rinks and paid the price with technical difficulties and tape-delayed broadcasts. It's nice to come at everybody live from New Jersey as we're in Game 2 for the Hawks here as they match up with the Haverford Hawks. So it's Hawks on Hawks. And nice to be here in Bridgewater. Whoa, there we go.
If you are the wit, you are now.
Exactly. So thought I'd get some keys for the game since we're through warm-ups as we had our technical setup issues. But what do you think you got to see out of the Hawks after this morning?
I want to see how they start out this game, Tom. I thought they started out a little slow, ramped it up this morning, and then the third period, the energy kind of went away. So I'd like to see them kind of get out to a fast start. Let's try and get that first goal and see if we can build some confidence, because I feel like when they get that first goal, they get rolling a little bit. If they get down early, you waste a lot of energy trying to
claw your way back in. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing, as we talked a little bit about earlier this morning's game, I want to see their body language stay consistent, a positive, upbeat body language on the bench as well as on the ice, regardless of what happens on the ice, whether they go down a goal, up a goal, give up a power play, whatever it might be. I want to see that body language stay consistent, which means you shrug off the hard things and you feed off the good things that happen on the ice.
Yep.
And if they can do that, I think you're going to see some of their best hockey tonight. And some redemption for a lot of players. Talking in the locker room after that first game, there was a lot of accountability of players saying, hey, first thing coach said was when he sat down is, hey, do you guys think that team's 3 goals better than us? He goes, I don't think so. And they were resounding no. You know, they were talking over things about the game and things they didn't like, and they didn't like their effort, they didn't like their focus, they didn't like their execution, which was the big struggle all game. You and I talked about it up top.
Yep.
They reiterated in the locker room. Coach went through some ugly stats, how many neutral zone turnovers we had, and errant passes that went to the Bobcat sticks, and it was a pretty sick number.
Yeah, I'd like to see us utilize that area pass a little bit more too. Right? It's always the tape's always nice to hit that guy streaking down the wing, but if you can area pass it and let him get there, you know, it's a higher percentage play for some of these. So get things underway.
Here we go. Start out with Carmichael, Spohn, and Cardenas up front, courtesy of Coach telling me to pick the starting lineup. Hawks are going to have to get after it right away. That's stepping up and making the play there as Pollen. Turned over on the stick of Carmichael. Mikey sends that in deep on net. Pad aside by the netminder for the Hawks. Good pressure. Spohn's got to get after it, and he does. Spohn forces the turnover. Finds room. Cardenas fires, forces the save. Fabrizio, shot towards the net, swallowed up by the netminder, and held. And a good start right out of the gate.
Yeah, I like to see that. When we talk about energy, Tom, that was a good, hard forecheck.
Yeah.
Right? They were on pucks. Things we were talking about earlier today, stopping on pucks.
Yep. Tyson
finding
the opportunity, the cutter coming to the ice. And here we go as Mihalik's back with his line mates. As it's so good to have Colin Sexton back in the lineup. That gets kept in by Pollen again at the point. Nicely played. He works down the boards, taps it in deep behind, cutting across. Sexton turns the D back, shoves him into the boards. B-Rob there on the forecheck again. Take away time and space, create opportunities as Sexton comes out of the corner. He tries to reverse. Haverford able to body him off, and it gets thrown deep. Fabrizio with one coming as Clifford tries to put pressure on. Fabrizio backs it off and takes it up the near side boards for B-Rob, but that gets knocked free. And a good position there as it comes across ice and finds it on the tape. Sexton tries to find Mihalik. Mihalik bats it towards the net. It gets turned aside. Hawks stay on it. Mihalik trying to dig it out in the corner. Sexton comes away with it. Drops that back to the point. Hirsig walks. Fires. Good screen there by Mihalik. Blocker save made by the netminder. And good pressure here. Hawks force another turnover. Coming for it. Mihalik finds it. Tries to send it out front. Calling for it was Ripley. High stick. Coming back. Ostad waits. Touches. We'll get a face off on our end anyway. So at that point, time rolls off the clock. And we're into our questionable zone of delivery, right?
Yep.
Hey guys, we are on cellular, so we're going to go in and out. Might get some pauses, might get some sketchiness. Be prepared. Haverford, first time in the offensive zone. As the puck gets taken out by the Hawks, Auctionrider gets it in deep. Ripley, keep skating there, bud. Finish those strides right into the puck, right into the boards. Far side poke, shot that comes off the stick of Hirsig. Turned aside by the netminder. Hawks, though, maintain control in the offensive zone. Oh, that's a big hit. Puck nowhere to be found. Wow, I'm surprised. That puck was gone for a while. Missik's going to remember that hit and be looking later. That comes back through. Missik through the middle. Loses the puck. It's thrown into the zone. Don't tell me you're going to call Missik now for that. No, just an icing. Garden variety.
I think he actually went for the hit, Tom. The Haverford player went for the big hit and missed Carms, and that's what all the hooting and hollering was about.
Well, I thought that puck had left Missik's stick for a while before that kid knocked him down.
Looked like it could have been a trip. I mean, it did spin him around, too.
Puck comes up and out of the zone all the way back. Pollen watches that go into the glove of Jones, who plays it out through a Haverford forechecker, but Hawks escape as that gets out of the zone. Haverford dumps it right back in. Halder trying to play the body. Players trying to get him fired up. That gets thrown behind Jones and out the far side. Halder comes across, goes shoulder to shoulder. Ash throws it off the skates there of Carmichael. Carmichael battles in. And the puck ends up on the stick of Taylor, but now we got a few bodies meeting. And they're going to send two as Carmichael came in there in support of Halder. And he's going to send them both.
So apparently Haverford, I'm going to guess, is getting the rough, and I'm going to guess Carmichael's 2 for receiving the rough.
Exactly.
Not sure I agree with that one.
Matching
Carmichael's stick was
calls.
not down. There was a lot of shoving in the chest, and then there was a glove to the face.
And we'll get a face-off in the defensive zone here for the Hawks. We'll stay 5-on-5. Carmichael will go to the box at 13:34, getting out at 2 minutes and a whistle. And there's an opportunity for the Hawks to jump, and they do. Pushing it through the middle, just misses Sexton is Robertson. I think B-Rob there, I would love for him to judge the player. He had the smaller defender on him. I think he had a good angle. I would like to have seen him press wide, try to get him on his hip, or then pull up and hit the trailer, because that cross-ice pass through there froze out Sexton at the blue line.
Yeah, muscle the puck in, and Sexton curling behind you.
Yep.
Drop and drive.
Puck comes around to the near side. B-Rob is there. Shipped off the boards by Paulin. Kept in briefly, but now the Hawks take it back. Mahalik, good job shouldering the man off as it comes to the near side. B-Rob wins that puck battle, flips it in. D pressured back. He'll fire that far side. And back through the middle as Haverford comes. Shot gloved up and held by Jones. Good hustle, back checking there. We'll see how long it takes Mahalik to get his wind back here after a few weeks off the ice. Home team shots 5-2 currently in favor of the Hawks. Of the Littleton variety. Good Hawk. Through the middle. Great chance to break. There goes Heersing. Fights off the hook. Gets it ahead for Missick. Missick fires a shot. Misses short side wide. Shot follow-up from Oxenrider. Goes short side and around. Out comes Haverford in transition. That gets thrown in off a stick in on Jones. He'll cover and take a whistle at 12:31.
That very easily could have been a hook called there in the neutral zone.
Yeah. I mean, Heersing was impeded.
I'm not
by the
going
stick.
to judge Tom, but I do see both.
All I want to
Referees are
see
wearing
is the
gloves.
consistency.
Well, both are wearing gloves.
Yes.
My buddy in Minnesota said anybody that wears gloves, I don't have a whole lot of faith in their officiating.
Missick uses the body in the traffic. Shot back down low. Goes through and out for Ripley. His backhand pass to the defender, but Ripley stays on it and keeps it in the zone. Missick driving to the far side corner, trying to bring on the pressure. Can't quite get there. Haverford can't get it out. Good stick by Ripley. Gives it up. Oxenrider fires. Toe drag shot goes high. Ripley right back on it. Battle in the boards. Extra bodies come in. Missick's going to push back on the D. Shoves him into the boards. Puck is loose there. Where's my support? Rips. There you go. Missick. And Ripley could have gotten around. He had Oxenrider out front. And Ripley's in a one-on-one battle. And they just let that go as there was nothing gained. Heersing, physical, taking the man into the boards on the far side. Hawks this morning had 11 hits. 9 of those hits were delivered by a combination of Carmichael and Paulin. That means 15 other players did not have a hit in that game.
Not looking like it's going to register that way tonight.
No. Changing things up. Hawks want to bring some energy, and they do. Back it comes onto Heersing's stick in the back end. We go D to D on the far side with Ostad. Gets that puck back. Big stretch up, tipped by Spone. Goes in the zone, no icing. Cardenas will come on the forecheck. Nate pushing hard onto the near side boards. Puck comes out, controlled by Ostad. Touch pass. Halder avoids the hit, but puck comes loose for Pariseau, who shoots one well high and wide on the far side of Jones. Haverford jumps a play from the deep point. Shot, blocker to side by Jones. Cardenas plays it off the boards. Thrown in off a skate. No! Dump deep. Taylor looking for a breaking spone. Stretch pass goes awry.
This Haverford team reminds me a little bit of that court team, yet less skilled,
Yeah.
I would say. But they're looking to impose their will with the body early.
Yeah.
And then a couple times I've seen them go for the big hit where we can just step around or step out of it.
There's one defected in his far side. Whew. Open puck, but fortunately gets out to the corner and the Hawks get it free and out to center ice. Mahalik settles it, brings it on. Drag move through the middle. Tosses it back. Can't quite find it, and it gets kicked out of the zone off a Haverford skate. Mahalik wanted to go weak side. That one through the middle for B-Rob. He's going to jump the middle. Robertson, good job swinging wide shot. Sticked aside there by the netminder for the Haverford Hawks. Kept it at the point by Fabrizio. Off to the near side boards. Haverford gets in on the far side. Careful with a hold. Gets away with it there. He was a half second from getting a holding call. Play continues. Haverford trying to wrap around on the far side. Throws it out front. Look out. What a save by Jones. Flash in the glove. Whew. Smoking hot save from Easton. Well, there's Haverford showing they've got some skill. Did you like the play behind the net? He faked both directions and fed it out front.
Well, and as a goaltender's got to watch for that wraparound, so trying to go out front with it.
Jones with a good save there. Fan on the outlet pass, but now good room for Piercing to work as he flips it in. Up on the forecheck, we got two men on, comes loose high. Ostad will bang it deep corner. Piercing should win that foot race and does. Throws it back low. Nice little pass there down below, but it gets through Missick. Step up by Ostad, risky, but gets it. Missick goes down. Ostad's going to get a cross check on Fry.
I mean,
and a penalty call goes.
It's a cross check. At least we know they have whistles.
So 9:18.
Well, actually, it's 8:44, but
we'll go 9:18.
Yeah, I don't think they started the clock last time.
A little extra. As the Hawks end up back on the PK. And there's a good clear from Sexton. It's nice to have him back on the ice. Sexton Carmichael out to kill this one. Poked by Carmichael, harasses the D, won't let him get out of the zone. Sexton takes the steal. He'll peel back, plays that back off. Nice little slip move by Paulin. And then dumped in deep on net by Carms. Mikey on the forecheck. Keep it up.
Hawks looking to be a little harder to play against today.
Sexton has it. He'll peel back to the D. Plenty of room. Take the easy clear, and he does. Rockets it down ice. We're down to 1:10 left on the penalty, keeping Haverford from getting set up. Paraso with it here. He'll go cross ice behind the man. I saw a lot of that kind of pass from our boys earlier today. We're trying to get that out of our system for sure. Good step up on Paraso by Paulin. And Heersink back. Skates out of trouble. But takes it in. Turn over there. Lindlow gets it down low. Great steal back. And Heersink able to pull it in his skates but not get it deep. As Haverford unable to get the puck in the zone. Another nice clear from Heersink. Solid penalty killing as we get inside of 25 seconds left in the PK.
Heersink wasn't going to mess around with that one.
Mahalik, poke check. But the puck was just outside the blue. Came off his stick. His skates were in the zone. He was in the zone, but he was in the zone 2 feet, and the puck was still on the blue because he lost it off his stick.
Yeah, I didn't see it that way.
You know?
Yeah, I thought it was.
I'm going to believe you, but I didn't see it that way.
Puck goes all the way back across. Haverford's penalty or power play opportunity for now has gone for naught. Nothing set up. Step up there on the man by Missick, and it comes back through the middle. There's a touch off. Bodies come together. Little ankle breaking, and another beautiful save made by Jones, and then the net comes off its moorings. That net was wide open with a loose puck in front. As two Hawks came together and crushed each other at the blue line.
Yeah, it looked like Fabrizio blew a tire there for a moment.
But here we are, back to even strength. A little dicey there at the end of the power play for Haverford as we almost gave up a good look, and a nice save again by Jones. Those are those extra saves he knows he needs to make and wants to make during penalty killing time. Missick defended well on the back check by Haverford. And he's off, and the Hawks will play it ahead. Oxy knocks it in deep, gets around Carluzzo, but it gets met in the corner by the D-man, back checking for Haverford. The diminutive number 13 for Haverford, working hard. Anytime you see a small guy on D, you know he can skate, you know he's got a good stick, he's got to be a heady player. Because you can't play D that small unless you got all those other fundamentals.
And you got to have a little grit.
Cross ice, good look for the one-timer for Oxy. Went off the heel. Ostad sends that back down low. Oxenrider out to the corner. That gets flipped ahead and out. Should be icing. And it is at 6:12.
Yeah, Hawks not generating a ton off the rush with chances so far, Tom, but the forecheck, the in the zone play, just hard on the puck, hard to play against.
And getting pucks to the net. Coach made a good point that we haven't had a greasy rebound goal in 2 games. Nothing against Locomotive, and then again, nothing this morning. And those greasy goals means you're working hard in front of the net, creating opportunities. As that puck goes down low, Carmichael, though, poked away from him. Haverford flips it up and out. Good step up there, forces the dump in, played off to the near side. Fabrizio circles back. Puck comes cross ice onto the stick of Spohn. Spohn calling for it, walks the middle, now goes wide. Shot towards the net, stick to side. There's your rebound. Shot off the post! And a whistle as the net comes off its moorings.
I think the puck knocked the net off. There's been a player. Oh, off the goaltender's shoulder, up into the air, off the post.
Oh my. Carmichael and company pushing the play. That one gets turned over on the stick of Spohn. Tyson moving tonight, throwing towards the net, deflects and goes up into the screen and out of play.
I don't know if you caught that one, Tom, but did you see Carmichael in front there clearing out on his own? He looked like a defenseman in front. I saw the defenseman
making
some
space
in front of the net.
Making a little space.
Cleared a little room.
Nice face-off win back. If I had 2 keys to the game, my vote would have been for dominating the face-off circle and winning 50-50 battles. Puck goes around to the far side. Haverford with it, flipped up and out, looking for the 2-on-1. Glove down. That's going to be a hand pass. It's a hand pass. Everyone in the room knows it.
Hey!
Dude,
that's a cross check to the face.
Stick to the face is not to separate the players. Send them to the box. Stick to the face.
Get this one under control, guys.
.459 face-off outside the blue line. Hawks get that free. Comes in for the hit, but that's okay. Puck goes ahead. B-Rob gets it towards the net. Swinging out is Mahalik. He waits. He reverses. Brings the puck back in low. Centering pass across. Shot deflected. Knocked down, but not out. Kept in at the point. Thrown down again. Picked off by Mahalik. He circles. Now reverses in the corner. Looking for Sexton cutting. Sniffed out by Haverford, but kept up as Paulin comes up in the play to keep it in. Banged off a body. B-Rob there. Tries to kick it loose. It comes out to center ice. Mahalik covers. Finds room for the D. Oh, no. Back through the middle. Pariseau fires a shot gloved by Jones.
You know, one thing I think they're doing a little better today, though, than they did this morning, we talked about it this morning, the zone entries, you're making it harder. You're not waving sticks. We're taking the body, making it hard to get that zone entry versus, swiping and hoping you get it.
Face-off win back by the Hawks. Oxy backhands it off a leg. Hawks can't get it out of the zone. Fabrizio, though, finds some room on the far side. And Taylor gets it ahead. Chipped in off sides by the Hawks. Will have to touch up. Haverford will come the near side and reverse back. Haverford settling down, getting to what they consider their game, I think. No icing as that was tipped.
I think they said Taylor could have played it, I think is what the signal.
Arson Taylor brings it ahead. That gets through Oxenreiter off a skate. Now we got numbers. Nice little sneaky pass. Clifford shot. Blocker down. And then tipped out to the far side. Nice save by Jones. That was a cute little play there.
There's a lot of traffic there.
Haverford flips it this side. Now you're starting to see a little something. See, Fabrizio's smart there. Doesn't use a stick. Doesn't extend the arms. Therefore, no penalty as he took that player down. Good position out front. Got to be ready, boys. Ripley, got to know what's coming. Puck in deep. Now Haverford looking out front. That one goes through the crease out to the far side. Haverford rips it around. And Hawks are finding themselves in their own end. That one thrown short-side at Jones. Wide of the cage. Good job hustling back. D flips that up and out to center ice. Goes through the D-man, McKay, who steps back calmly at his own red line and plays it off the boards. McCarty, touch pass through the middle, turned over on the stick of Mahalik. He goes around McCarty, tries to kick it loose, finds Ripley. Ripley back for Mahalik. He'll wheel. Mahalik down low, shot, deflects off a leg or a body and goes wide.
I think that hit Paulin on the way in, crashing the net.
Ripley in behind the net, reels that one back to Paulin. Paulin down low, Mahalik covering at the point, gets it back from Ripley, gives that one up. Here's Sink back for Mahalik. Mahalik gets it poke checked, and he gets back. Hassles the man just enough, so Saliski's just got to dump it in. Hawks catch them in a change and flip one high, tapped ahead off the stick of Sinks. Sinks, good read, picks that off, cuts it through the middle. Oh, just through the skates of Mahalik. And now ahead comes Pariseau. Pariseau, shot short side, and then wrapping around, throws it through the crease. Lucky that wasn't settled. There's some open net there. Shot low, save made by Jones. .108 here in the first period. Big surge and flurry by Haverford, especially with that power play opportunity, and they're up 14-9 on shots. As our offensive zone opportunities have stalled out just a little, but Sexton and Robertson push it ahead. B-Rob tries to backhand it towards the net. Stick check there. Thrown in on net. Jones covers that one. Carluzzo thinking he can go nose to nose with everybody.
Shocking. Here's Sink with something to say.
I like the fact that they walked Carluzzo off.
Yeah.
Hersink came in and looked down on him. He said, listen to me, son, as I look down on you. Shot in towards Jones. Covered and a face-off with 43 seconds left in the period. Face off. Lindelof throws it in deep. Haverford, player knocked down, taken off the puck. Sinks head up, finds a stretch, tapped off the stick. That's touched. Oh. So bad. 28 seconds left. Absolutely hit the stick.
You could hear it hit the stick and
Yes.
see it redirect.
Yes.
I'm not sure where the confusion came in.
Hawks take the face off again, get it far side. That was banged a little hard for Sexton, but a good job recovering and forcing McKay back in his own end. McKay, 18 seconds, one time to pressure. He taps that loose. B-Rob's going to come. That's floated up, looking for the stretch extension pass there. No, nothing home there for his pollen wheels. Now he'll do the same to clear that up and out. And time expired on the period. So we'll go to the second, 0-0. Haverford coming, playing physical, playing hard and fast. They had the offensive zone presence there. I thought they took us a little bit out of our game in the latter part of that first period with their physical play as we started to go back at them physically. I think we still got to make sure we're balancing our physical play with our, technique and skill and sticking to our system.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. I mean, we when we play within ourselves like that McCourt team, last trip out here, right? They went with the physical. We stayed with the skill, stayed within our game plan, and eventually beat them down. I don't know that. Sometimes I don't know the extracurriculars after the whistle. They'll sometimes take us out of it a little bit.
Yep.
Right. Let's keep our focus. Let's bury some pucks.
Yeah, I think we got to get something going here, and I'd love to see us get this first one early in the second. Start leaning on this team and playing downhill.
Well, this is long change period too, so
yeah,
if we're going to generate something off the rush with a stretch pass, this is the period to do it. It's also if we can keep that forecheck going. While we had it going early in long change period, you can keep guys out there a little bit longer and make it quite a bit harder to play against.
So shot 16-9 in that period in favor of Haverford. Carms will get his boys to the face-off dot. Carmichael wins the face-off back. Here Sink presses it up and then dumps it in deep. Down on the puck, Carmichael leading the forecheck charge. Cardenas trying to read the D-man through the middle. That gets iced all the way down, and we'll get a face-off in the offensive zone at 16:43.
I'd also like to see the Hawks get one or two this period, go into that third period with a lead, because this ice here seems to be getting chopped up quite
Super
a bit.
choppy. Yeah, no doubt. Carms kicks that loose. Cardenas plays it to the point. Shot high into the glove by Heersink. Cutting through, Spohn gets it to the front of the net and then gets knocked down. Covered up by Vieira, the netminder. Good jump by the Hawks there. Puck loose, thrown back towards the front. Shot by Spohn. Cardenas was looking, couldn't decide if he should deflect it or just let it go, and it ended up going wide of Vieira. Back through the middle. Puck turned over. Clifford trying to put on some forecheck pressure. There's a couple of bouncing pucks and ahead and into the zone off the stick of Spohn. Cardenas forces the puck dumped out to the near side boards. Aparlucci down the boards, shouldered up and taken off the puck by Hirsing. He beats two and then comes ahead. Cardenas working up the boards. Nate sends it across. Spone knocks it down and then pressures the D down into the corner. Great job by Spone forcing the turnover. Puck comes off as we get a partial change. That's chopped in the air. Mahalik couldn't chase that down, but Hirsing does as he brings it on. Hirsing, toe-to-toe with the D-man, sends him off. Wasn't expecting him to step up and play that. Physically up, he throws it loose. Back out to center ice. Battle ensues. B-Rob backhands it into the D-man. Mahalik comes across, knocks down Lindlow. Mahalik swings wide on Lindlow, then pulls back. Robertson wants to reverse and go back low, finds Mahalik. He goes around one, chopped loose and banged out of the zone. That's going to be rolling for icing and a whistle as Haverford desperately needed a change.
Yeah, that's what I was going after, Tom, right there. They kept them penned in on that long change, grinding along the boards. You expend a lot of energy in that defensive zone. Let's see if it translates to some reduced offense on their part.
Auction Rider sees that face-off played around. Ripley's going to jump the D-man, McKay. He fakes and sends around the near side. Missick comes across. Missick fights that puck loose, goes through the D-man, kicks it to himself. It's in the skate. Support from Ripley. Good play by the D-man for Haverford there, and then flipped up and out. Good step up, but a nice defensive position there by Hirsing. He's having a good game. Backhands that one loose for Ripley, and Hawks escape the zone right through the middle. No! Missick wanted a headman past that, and he just fanned on it a little bit. But here's a still in the zone, still a chance as Ripley sees it knocked off his stick. Missick pulls it back free. Room on the near side for Pollen. Pollen throws it to the net. Scores! Will Pollen, homeward bound, finds the net from the point. And the Hawks have a 1-0 lead.
Nice shot there by Paul. A lot of traffic in front. That's when you just got to make sure it's on net.
And the Hawks get the 1-0 lead at 13:50 of the second period. And the 50-50 money stays in the household as Kim Pollen sees her son put her on the board.
Little added incentive.
Shot again by the Hawks, blocked off this time by McKay, and he tries to break. He goes back into Spone, but a good step across by Fabrizio. As the Hawks take the physicality to heart. McKay throws it back out of the zone from down low. And the Hawks see a change come. Probably could have been offsides. McKay went into the bench on the short end, but Hawks will take control on their own end line. And good room through the middle. Halder, Ash goes wide and sends it deep. He'll come up on the forecheck. Good step up by Carmichaels. He puts another big hit on.
Carm's working on the hit total here tonight.
His 24-hour hit total is going to be pretty solid after game one. Back on the back end. Good body position by Ostad. Pulled loose briefly by Haverford, but then the Hawks control. Haverford, good steal there. Puck comes out of the zone. Cutting his Spone. He goes wide. Nobody whiffs, so Spone just dumps it in deep.
Oh, there's a slash.
Just got to skate through that, fight through that, and just keep skating. And Spone delivers a thank you very much hit before he goes to the bench. Mahalik with it on the near side, jumps on with Sexton. Wants to drop for Sexton. Wait, short side shot, knocked down. Backhanded towards the net, save made ×2. And then Mahalik sends the diminutive one into the boards. And and the puck still doesn't get out of the zone. Mahalik retrieves, walks across the middle, knocked loose in the skates. Haverford struggles and fires it down ice for an icing, as they should blow the whistle. As the ref was fleeing for his life as he saw that puck coming at his head there on the clear. At 11:50 here in the second period, all of a sudden,
Robertson might have taken one to the.
I noticed he's not on the ice.
He might have taken one to the nether region there.
Sometimes our boys forget to wear their cups. Maybe not the wisest maneuver. Puck stays in the zone. Ripley, backhand pass, turns it over. Good job back checking, though. Picking it up is Oxenreiter. Near side Taylor. Taylor through the middle, off the stick. And quickly transition is Savarese. Dumps that in on Jones, and Jones covers. And the Hawks will get a defensive zone face-off at 11:26 here of the second period.
Again, the Hawks stepping up and taking that body on that zone entry and not allowing them to skate around him.
Face-off, Carmichael gets knocked down. Thrown back, Carmichael takes it over and plays it ahead. Cardenas goes far side, Spone. Spone gathers, waits, looks across, cuts middle, loses the puck, dumps it in deep. Carmichael hustles across, pressure there with the D. Good puck support by Spone. That gets dug out, flipped up, hits the screen, and goes out of play. See if we can dominate this faceoff dot here. As we're going to get Mahalik and B-Rob and Sexton.
Good to see that line
out.
back together. That line was really looking good.
Yeah.
And then Mahalik went down. Then Mahalik came back and Sexton was out. So glad to see that one back.
Puck's loose. There goes through Mahalik. Sexton tried to quickly snap one off there and just lost the puck. Looking for B-Rob. Gets tipped in on the net by Clifford. And it gets covered up as Vieira says, no thank you, I want no more of that. 10:53. 1-0 lead for the Hawks off the stick of Will Pollen.
Nope. More so, too, first 6 minutes of the period, one shot on net for Haverford.
Haverford trying to work this through the middle, off a stick. Dumped off, comes onto the stick of Heersink on the missed errant pass there. Oh, bad bounce off the sideboards, but nice recovery by Mahalik. And then played back on the far side for Heersink. Heersink looking, waits. He'll peel back. Heersink swings wide and then floats one through the middle onto the stick of Robertson. Robertson, it's good support from Sexton. Tried to throw it towards the net, went off a skate. They got to regroup. Mahalik hands that one back. Little congested here on the near side board. Mahalik's glove just slows it up enough to regroup and control. Nice play back through for Robertson and on for the stick, but no, just couldn't quite connect. But Heersink will, and he could bring it on himself. Heersink avoids the check, comes around, cuts middle, gets turned over, but Ripley fires, rips it short side wide. Haverford will just dump it out for an icing at 9:41.
Yeah, Heersink activating really at both ends of the ice today. Mixing that physical game and jumping up into the play.
Good to see the Hawks here to start the second, really staying with their focus of staying within their system and playing the little details to go along with a good physical game, which I love to see. Puck onto the stick of Missick. He'll rim that around, post back down low. Ripley tried to play that off for Oxenreiter. Haverford snuffed that out, but Oxy right back on it. He comes out of the corner, works high, shot towards the net, just missed wide. Puck onto the stick for Haverford, but they throw it through the man and onto the stick of Ostad. Ostad quickly dumps it back in, picked off by the D, and Haverford will try the near side. Turns that over again. Pollen finds an opportunity to jump the play. He hands that one back off, but careful, dangerous, as that puck got knocked loose. McCarty was looking for a break opportunity for Haverford. Hawks will have none of that, and Ostad gets that back into the zone.
Smart play there by Ostad.
Way to use the deflection off the glass. Now puck's knocked down. Haverford sends that through everyone in down ice. Jones back to slow it up for Pollen, who will reverse out from behind his net. Will through the middle. Missick unable to pick that up the way he wanted. Hawks regroup. Boy, this is only second period ice, and it's terrible. But we'll play on. Both teams have to deal with that. Ripley. Oh, given the middle. Shot low. Deflection from Oxenrider goes wide of the cage on Vieira. Oxenrider tries to go back to Ripley. Banged hard off the boards and down ice for another icing.
Haverford just kind of surviving this period right now.
So far, our Hawks have been really good in this second period. Forecheck pressure's been good. Like to see us, like you said, get that second goal. Get that 2-goal lead to go to the third. Face-off, one back. Fanning on the shot to the net's Fabrizio, so he dumps it deep. Back in behind, battling is Carmichael. Oh, Cardenas could have had Spone. Could have had Halder. Halder waits in front. Carmichael reverses, tries to snap one on net. Halder throws it out front, gets kicked loose. Taylor's there. He fires off a stick. It goes up in the air. Taylor knocks it down with a glove. Paraso comes away with it, and he's offside as Nagel. Halder.
Oh! Fabrizio, hang in there, buddy.
Puck gets chipped off the boards. Back to play it is Taylor. Cam sees it. Camden goes up the boards. Halder turns, brings it on. Cross ice pass, gets through everyone onto the stick of Nate. Carmichael in behind. Ash loses his man there. Quick jump by Haverford. They try to transition. Good back checking. And a nice step up by Fabrizio at the blue line. Key play there. So the Hawks get it loose, but not out. Lindlow fires. Deflects. Oh, good stick again. And up close. Oh, that goes through the crease and out the far side. So close to being 1-1. Back low, Fabrizio chips that one up and off. Goes off of the defender. Don't think the Hawks can get a partial change. Thrown in, they're offsides. Still offsides. Fabrizio walks it on, tries to throw that one across ice for Cardenas. Good play stepping up on D by Taylor.
You know the officiating's bad when both teams are yelling at the refs. Problem is I don't know why you're
I'm not sure why they're arguing that one. That was a good play. Oh, across looking for Sexton. The kid was on the puck and he hit him.
Yeah.
Taylor, that was a clean play.
I think they were bad about them tying up behind it, but the kid had a hold of him.
Coming out on the back end, Heersink backhands it through the middle. Good job by Sexton to get it loosened. Oh, B-Rob just misses. Mahalik can't find B-Rob there. Another nice stick by Sexton, and he brings it on. Tries to go around Lindlow. Lindlow sniffs that out. Good job by Sexton staying with it. Staying hard on the puck in the near side corner. Puck to the point. Heersink walks, fires, blockered in the air by Vieira. Nice save. Now onto the stick of Sexton. He looks, surveys, says the room at the point. Heersink tries to throw one low, goes off a stick. Hustling out is Robertson. Can't get there, but the D keeps it in as Ostad sends it on. Mahalik, look at that pass for Sexton. Sexton turns, can't get the shot off. And the puck comes out of the zone on the stick of Heersink. We'll just dump it deep corner.
Hawks get a change. Haverford unable to here.
Hawks with it off Mahalik's stick. He's going to jump in alone. Shot save made by Vieira.
I don't think Mahalik saw Missick coming late there.
No, I don't think he did. I think he was feeling the pressure on his left side. Said, get this shot off before this guy can chop down on me.
He was at the end of a shift, too. You don't want to get caught out there, so you want to make sure you get that shot on net. But
and shots have evened up to 18-18 as the Hawks are out shooting them 9-2 here in the period with a 1-0 lead. Pollen off a skate, comes down to the near side boards. Auction Rider waits, goes back. Pollen walks, finds Oxy near side. Drag move by Oxy, fights him off. Shot, second shot goes wide. Oxy comes out from behind the net. Good strong play. Shot again. Oh, just misses short side high.
He had room.
Good work there as Missick gets knocked down. Held for a second. Hawks still keep it in. No! Pollen wanted to make the play and he lost it. Just didn't bounce right on the stick in the snow. Ostad back off. Ripley, cross ice. Oh no, that's not the bounce you wanted. Shot down low, ends up wide, goes through everybody and out to the corner. Hawks need a clear, and they get it courtesy of Ripley and Auction Rider. Oxy brings it on. Shot towards the net, stick to side of the corner. Good rebound control by the netminder, Vieira. But Hawks still on it. Missick comes out of the corner, finds Ripley's. That's where you want that soft pass. And we'll take an icing for Haverford as they just want to get to the bench. Whistle hadn't even been blown. 4 of their guys were already at the bench. Get me out of here.
Ripley handcuffed just a hair there.
Missick just needs a little feather on that pass, and Ripley's one time in it.
I like that look, though, in the slot.
Absolutely.
Score a lot of
good
goals
vision.
there.
Carmichael wins it back to Taylor. Taylor walks the line. Dangerous, but Hawks are back checking. Cardenas, good job on Paraso. Puck gets chipped up and out of the zone. That goes off Lindlow, so there'll be no ice. Toriano back. He hands that one off to Nagel. But Nagel turns it over right onto Cardenas' stick. Carmichael could get the shot. That one went off the netminder as that got thrown in front. Netminder makes another save. And a good pass out front. Shot blocked. Taylor shot down deep boards. Ricochets out front. Banged off the glass and down ice. Won't be an icing. Not enough with this snow. 2:50 left here in the second period. Fabrizio, puck bounces off his stick. Loose in front, save made by Jones. He dives on it and covers, and we get a whistle. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! It's mayhem! People that don't know hockey. It's entertaining. When you have fans that don't know the game.
I love to scream at kids on the ice.
Yeah. Puck on the faceoff comes all the way back out of the zone. Forechecking pressure from B-Rob. Forces the turnover onto the stick of Sexton. Oh, nice defensive play. Oh, and Mahalik could have killed Lindlow there. Robertson and Mahalik and Sexton. They want to make something happen. You can see this line wanting to generate the next tally. 2:16 left. Sexton back on it outside in the corner. Perfect pass. Oh. Pad save made on the one-timer for Pollen. Sexton goes back low for Pollen, jumping up in the play. Lindlow and Pollen battling. Back off to the near side. Toriano. He reverses. Flipped up out of the zone by Haverford onto the stick of Heersink. Heersink will find Mahalik cutting through. Pass off for Sexton. Hey, how's that not interference?
Wow.
How is it not interference? Oh my God. Heersink at the point. Walks in, fires off a stick and into the screen and out of play.
Hey, Tom, I think it's taken me a while. I figured out the issue. Nobody's wearing an orange armband. So apparently there's no referee.
It's got just two linesmen calling off sides and icing.
That's it. That's all they can call, I guess.
Unbelievable. The kid leans out with the shoulder, knocks him down, no puck anywhere in the area. That is interference. Auction Riders face off. Back up for Ripley to the point. Fabrizio fires a deep corner. Missick comes across. Good job by Missick getting over for the 50-50 battle. Something we weren't doing this morning is that deflects up into the bench and out of play. 1:15 left in the second period. Shots now 25-21 in favor of the Hawks, as they have outshot them 16-5 in this period, and they lead 1-0.
You think if by the time you have 18s, you're parents didn't know the rules, but
Down low, Nissick couldn't find it. Good job by Haverford, as the D-man bangs that one out. He was offsides, did get the call. The linesman makes the call, offsides. We figured out there's only 2 linesmen. We got no refs today because there's no orange armbands. So all they can call is offsides.
no, he called it offside.
It's
Face-off
offsides.
comes out.
Face-off comes outside the blue line. Offsides, face-off comes off the blue line. That's just hockey. It's okay. You can talk about it with the video review later. Puck played off the boards on the far side. On for Ripley. Ripley snaps a shot. Pad save made by Vieira. Nissick goes into the corner. Good hustle by the Hawks to keep it in the zone. And now we got more shenanigans on the far side. And it's going to go against McKay for a cross check. Power play opportunity for the Hawks. .45 seconds left here. They jumped to 22 shots on goal. They were at 19.
I
And,
think
or
it
no,
was
they
a
had
couple-
5.
There was a couple of them down there, down low.
Okay. Sexton's face-off won and controlled. Played off by Nissick. Stick handling it in the phone booth over there. Nissick comes back up high, walks, fires, save made. Mahalik tried to come up, but he paused just enough to let them get it out of the zone. Heersink brings it on. He goes through, back down low, waits, throws it out front, shot! Oh, he put it up over the top of the bar. Mahalik controls. He walks. Pariseau now off a leg, comes to Sexton. Sexton drag move. Shot. Down in the feet. Banging at it. It's loose and it goes out far side. Mahalik keeps it in. Mahalik gloves it down. Stops and pulls up. Couldn't get the shot off in time as time expires on the period. And it's minute 15 of power play left for the Hawks going to the third, leading 1-0. As it has become spirited both in the stands and on the ice.
It has. It has. Although I do have a feeling that the crowd to our left, Tom, is the crowd that would be. My kid would never do that crowd.
Exactly.
I mean, I think they've let stuff go both ways.
They have. They've let a lot of stuff go. Things that I would have been more than happy if they called. And as long as they're consistent not calling, I'm fine. I try not to view the game through rose-colored glasses. I try to be fairly transparent and accept both ways what happens and goes on.
Oh,
but
they've easily missed calls both ways. They're equally as bad.
or just consistent in their non-calls. But I think the danger you have, especially when you see some of the style of play that's coming out of this by Haverford, you do want to make sure you're controlling the game. Like, I think those extra scrums late behind the whistle, behind the play, when guys are down on the ice, like, he finally calls one there.
Yep.
The guy had Nissick by the leg. Nissick fought and pulls his leg free. They jostle, and then the guy throws the cross check, and he gets the extra and gets him.
Yeah, there was one earlier. I'm glad Fabrizio kept his cool because he was down, and when Fabrizio went to get up, the kid hit him with a cross check across the back of the head.
Yeah.
And I thought Cam was going to get up and murder him.
Yeah.
Because he had that look coming up the ice for that number. But kudos to him for keeping us cool because, this one, to your point, this can get out of hand real quick.
For sure. There's a lot of good Italian energy in this game.
This next goal is
Plenty
big, though, Tom.
Yes, huge,
right?
obviously.
I think
in a one-goal game, you know that whoever can get that next tally is just going to bring a whole bunch of energy down the stretch of this third period. And I think this power play opportunity to get set up and get something going on the power play could really push the Hawks to that next level in this third period. Just like Haverford could get a lot of energy off of killing it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think this next goal is huge. If you make Haverford try and get 2 against you, and I think Jones has played a little better today than he did this morning. So, see how it goes.
Face-off kicked loose by Sexton. Played back across. Gearsink will drive the near side, hands that back off for Mahalik. He'll drive the middle. Mahalik will swing wide, loses it, taps it free to himself, and finds Sexton. Sexton near side sinks. Sinks, looks down low, move the puck. He floats one across. That was read well. And look out as Haverford has numbers going out. Good back check and hustle there as that puck gets kicked out by the pad of Jones. Good job by Missick digging back. Mahalik comes up, finds B-Rob right there at the blue line. Robertson will bring it on, gives it back off. Gearsink. He goes down on the man here. Looking across, finds Mahalik high, and it goes off his skate. Puck knocked loose, kept in by Mahalik at the point. He goes down the boards. Poke check ties the puck up momentarily as they're battling in the boards. Sexton, Mahalik, and good job by Robertson to come back and support. And Robertson comes out with it. Still looking for a shot opportunity on the power play as time's expiring. One-timer from Gearsink off the pad. Gearsink keeps it in. And down the boards he goes. In for the puck, waits behind the net, flips that out to the near corner, goes high for Fabrizio. Fabrizio's shot into the glove of Vieira. No rebound.
Hawks caught a little bit of a break there. That player coming out of the box, they were looking to slip. Sorry, a little off. They were looking to stretch it, and
dodged one there as Gearsink sniffed that out. Carmichael's face-off comes down, going back in low. Puck comes off the near side. Haverford wants to go behind her own bait. End for McKay. McKay floats it around. Pauling comes down the boards. Chips it loose and in. Kept by Spone. McKay has it. Flips it up. Not out. Fabrizio. Shot towards the net. Sticked aside by Vieira. He's been solid in the pipes. I give him that as Hawks now just crested 30 shots. Haverford gets it loose.
and they're
What are you going to do? The puck is long gone.
oh my god! And now we're gonna take it. We'll just take them both because that's the easiest thing to do. So I think Carm's picked up another one for taking a rough.
Yeah, and I think that's what Coach Edelman is looking at. Is like, if my player's down on the ice and he's being held well after the puck is gone, how is he getting called for a matching minor? The other man's on his back, and that's exactly what he's saying. The other man's on his back. How is he getting called for a retaliatory rough from laying down on the ice? I agree. I just don't understand.
No, I mean I think it's like we talked about. I think this game's getting out of hand.
And some refs think matching minors is supposed to calm down the shenanigans, and a lot of times it does. But in certain circumstances, you wonder if that's just the easy call to make, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't give any advantage either direction. You're not creating a power play chance for somebody. You're just thinking you're calming the game down. But the Hawks, fan on one, but it comes to Spone. Spone fans on the pass, unfortunately, as he was trying to go across for Cardenas. Nate, though, racks that around the boards and down and deep. Vieira slows it up for Haverford and plays it back off to the near side. Spone comes in on the D. Puck gets turned over. Hawks trying to dig one loose on the near side. Halder's there along with Colin. Loose puck. Halder backtracking. That gets flipped up in the air. Paraso wants to try and get around Halder. Halder works him off, thrown back around and through the crease. Haverford comes up with a shot off the glove of Jones and out to the far side. Puck gets fed out through the neutral zone by the Hawks. Nagel, Paraso taken away and thrown deep by Fabrizio into the Haverford zone. Hawks take it away. Ripley able to walk one, tries to walk the other, has to regroup out high and throws it in the deep corner. Back in behind, Oxy gives way for Missick, finds it again. Oxy, unfortunately, going for the right-handed stick, and it was a left-handed Ripley. Shot goes off of a foot, and Ripley comes out of the corner with it. Backhanded, Oxenrider. Oxenrider cycles low. Ripley back in, forces the puck onto the stick of Missick. Missick works out of the low to the half board, finds Fabrizio at the point. Camden fires well high, and that's going to come all the way out of the zone. That's why you want the low shot. You want that low shot.
So I want that a foot off the ice.
Exactly. Great move by Missick. Splits two. Needs support here. He waits. There's the support. Shot well high by Taylor. Cutting. Good poke check. Missick doing a great job on this shift. Ripley brings it in. Ripley wanted to go through the legs. Good defensive play made by Haverford. Now Nagel fires a shot that goes off Ostad and wide out to the far corner. Hawks need a change here, so flipped up and out of the zone. Knocked in deep. Mahalik will go back for it. Ripley will get to the bench. Mahalik finds it on the far side. Deflected by B-Rob. That's going to be icing. No, thankfully for third period Snow, it doesn't get to the other end, and play continues. Mahalik chips that loose. Thrown back to the point. Oh, fans on the shot. Good stick lift by Robertson. Whew, that could have been breakaway city. And that gets thrown off of a Haverford player. Deflects up in the air. Haverford brings it on. Mahalik tips it loose for B-Rob. B-Rob sees it chopped down. Haverford push it far side. Taylor with the jump. Carson. Shot. Pad save made. Might have been blocker. That was a good shot on the low end.
I like that.
Robertson circles. Tries to backhand it low. Mahalik wasn't cutting. Sexton wasn't cutting. This line is keeping some pressure on. Robertson will wheel. Hands that back off to the D. They'll regroup. Robertson, look out. Bad angle here. They're offsides. And that gives room to skate for Heersink. Heersink, not afraid to go 1-on-5, but not necessarily what you want. As here comes Numbers. Hustling back. Shot, save made by Jones. Loose puck. Spone chipped up in the air. Coming across. Nice job on the defensive side by Cardenas. As Nate gets back to get it clear of the zone. 10:23 left. Cardenas gets it in deep. Halder hustling. As we need to get Mikey out of the box. We need a whistle. Puck goes far side. Haverford through the middle. Good step off by the Hawks. Paulin gets that deep. Netminder covers and will get Carmichael and McKay out of the box.
Well, Carmichael served about 4 on that one with the no whistle, so he's got a little time to make up on the hit total.
Indeed. I think otherwise his hit total might have caught up with the shot total for the Hawks, which is currently 32-24 over Haverford. As Oxenrider, Ripley, and Missick will come back out. Played back off for Ripley. He'll wheel. Shot blocked off the skates. Ripley comes back on it. Pass up to point for Fabrizio. Low shot this time blocked. Good poke check there by Oxy. But the puck comes free, and look out. Here comes Nagel. Backhand. What a blocker save. Man's a loose in front. And it's in the pads of Jones. That'll stop a grown man's heart if that's your son, with the man all alone standing in front of him between the hash.
Most rinks have a defibrillator, though, Tom, so.
I know how to get the AD pads on. Shot goes off a skate, off the face-off win for Haverford. Here Sink flips it up. This time doesn't catch the rafters. And Ripley brings it in the zone. Thrown towards the net by Ostad. Haverford plays it around the near side. Backhanded ahead. Ostad will flip it right in the zone past McKay. Mystic will go for his change. Oxenrider stays on the forecheck with Ripley. So partial change here. Look at Sexton. Call for it. Speak. In behind Ripley. Quick shot. Snapped off. Sexton wheels. Shot off the side of the net. Poked loose for Ostad. He'll go right back. Finds Sexton. Sexton waits. Comes up out of the zone. Challenged by Paraso. Paraso gets it loose for Mahalik. He loses it off his stick. Got to catch that clean, Ev. Shot towards the net, gloved by Jones. He snowed the goalie. He snowed the goalie. He snowed him. You don't snow the goalie without getting contact.
Lord almighty.
You will be reminded if you snow
funny.
the net
These
minder.
people were so nice before the game.
Here's Sink, wheels out and brings it through both, absorbs the slash, knocked down in front, B-Rob, dog on a bone.
Lord almighty.
.756 left here in the third period.
I would love to get just out of here tonight.
Hey,
let's get out of here with the win.
Did we just get a power play?
Yes. They call it a hook.
Okay.
So I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe they got the hook on Hearsink when Hearsink drove to the net.
Yeah, could have been.
I didn't see a hand go
I
up
thought
right
I saw
away.
a slash, but I'll take the hook. There was a stick that definitely held him up, but they hadn't called much anything else. But the Hawks on the power play, taking advantage. Ripley tries to throw it low. He's got to get that back loose. Coming across, he controls, finds room in front, taken away by Haverford. Haverford will go up the boards, throws it up and out, and clears it down ice. Jones with a mildly indecisive play behind the net,
Well, it looked
but
like,
the Hawks come up with it. I think Ripley might have faked him out.
yeah, I think.
Down the boards goes Oxenrider. He comes up with the puck, tries to poke it free up the boards, comes back with it, cuts middle, cross-ice pass, deflected, doesn't get over, but there wasn't enough zip there. Let's work high. I like it. I'd rather we work the umbrella. Thrown towards the net, good traffic. Oxenrider coming across, flipped up and out of the zone. 57 seconds left in the power play. Stretch pass comes all the way up for Carmichael. Carmichael across. Cardenas is there. And Oxenrider. Cardenas waits, finds high for Mahalik. He snaps one, score! Boom! There you got it! 2-0.
Mahalik with a power play goal. Hawks go up 2 here with 6:32 to go.
Welcome back, kid. 6:32 of the third. And Mahalik stretches it to 2-0. It's eerily quiet in the building.
I'm not being told to shut the F up because apparently we're not allowed on our broadcast to say it. That's what happens when you steal the goalie.
Yes, indeed.
Not directed at anyone, but hey.
Hawks take a 2-0 lead. Big power play goal there. And now you want to see continued pressure. You don't want to let them have any chance at a response as the Hawks are going to work through, take pucks away here in the neutral zone. Sexton plays that back for Pollen. Smartly wheels behind the cage. Waits. Clifford's there. He gets it off on the far side. Missick works through the middle. Good stick lift by Clifford. Good puck support by Pollen. Paraso tries to come through. Pollen takes it away. Sexton flips it in deep, as you should. 5:54. Spohn is on. He goes in with Paraso shoulder to shoulder. Haverford comes up with it. Fabrizio's there and throws it right back in on net. Vieira turns it aside. Still no greasy goals for the Hawks as they've had 2 from the point go in this game. Fabrizio able to get a good support by Spohn and now a chance to break out. Fabrizio up in the play. Couldn't quite find it on the backhand, and he is Missick. Not necessarily offensive zone partners. And look out as the chance for Paraso comes. Good hustle by Taylor, but he'll get a tripping call and a power play chance here for Haverford at 5:13.
Yeah, not what we wanted there, Tom. We had a chance to get the puck deep. We didn't. Puck's going back the other way.
Yeah.
And you just end up with a forward back, trying to defend there.
I think CT had a good angle there.
I've been impressed with that Paraso there. He's generated a couple good chances for them.
Yeah.
So we'll get a timeout here by the Haverford Hawks.
I think CT just got unlucky there. He had a good position, had him in right on the angle he wanted. He goes for the poke, and it's right at the side of the net. And he gets into the skate. He comes off of there, and then boom, he's in the skate. And once the skate goes down, that's an easy call.
Yeah, you got it. I mean,
the trip is going to go.
It's a scoring opportunity. I mean,
But I thought he had good body position. He wasn't tripping because he was out of position. I think he had him on the right angle. Probably got maybe a tad unlucky.
The only thing I'll say, I think there's referees, you see them call that, you shoulder to shoulder. And when you start gliding and trying to ride them off, versus if the skates are still moving, sometimes you'll get away with that.
Exactly.
But if you're kind of gliding with them and you tie up skates, so
the call's going to go. So that's a tripping call that comes in, and Hawks are going to have to go on the PK here. Nice thing is you can ice the puck all you like. So I think this is where coach needs to tell
They're going to have to ice it, Tom, but this rink is running, I think, about a 1 on the stimp meter. So if you're going to ice it,
it's going to have to be airborne.
That 10-foot putt, you're going to have to hit it like it's a 60-footer.
Yeah, we're talking about shaggy greens in the UK right here. But here's where I want to see people make the smart play. Don't get cute with the puck. Don't try to skate pucks. Move pucks, dump pucks. When in doubt, clear it down the ice.
And puck support.
And be responsible. Quick face-off win and a shot. But here's where Robertson can get it down, and he does.
Yep.
Strong on the puck there, B-Rob. 5 minutes left here in the third. Minute 47 left. The penalty kill. Ostad's hustling back with Clifford. Chopped loose, but not out. Haverford's going to get set up. Shot towards the net. Pad save made. Haverford will work it back low. Ostad first one there. Comes around the boards. Going to be kept in by McKay. McKay gets challenged and shoots it. What a save made there by Jonesy. Fired up on that. Now in behind the net. He works around to the near side, wants to go back center, reverses. Good job on the body there by Fabrizio. or excuse me, by Heersink.
Oh, Sinks.
Sinks with a nice play. Carmichael out harassing McKay, forces Haverford back. Robertson as well. And then Clifford gets sawed off by Carms, and the puck goes down ice on net. Carmichael, a beast. Oxenreiter up on Haverford as they come ahead. And there's an opportunity for Sinks. He's going to go in. Sinks will get him on the hip. Good poke check dive by Ludlow. What a nice play. That goes through Sexton and back down low. Sexton, Pariseau hustling. Sexton gets it. Walks it out near side, then reverses behind. Fans on the deep clear, but gets some support. And Heersink waits, and he'll come down and take the puck in the offensive end. Heersink kills some time and then finds room. Shot! Oh! Sexton whistled that one high on the short side.
That would have been the dagger.
Carmichael just ties it up on the boards, annoying everyone. As Haverford finally, with nothing to show for that power play opportunity, except for maybe one shot on goal. And the Hawks keep it 2-0 as we go to the final 2:59 here.
Shots on goal, 37-31 now in favor of the Hawks. So Hawks tightened it up defensively after that first period where they were a little loose.
Defensive zone face-off. Mahalik wins that back. Chipped out of the play. And that one gets into the seats in the short porch for a second there.
I didn't know whether to save myself or the iPad.
I thought Jeff was going to get a souvenir. Mahalik's face-off, fought through. Great job by Missick. But towards the net, B-Rob Missick.
Yeah,
that's it home! 3-0 Hawks! Missick and B-Rob go to work! 2:42 left in the third. Hawks up 3-0.
Use that big body and that long reach.
And there's my greasy rebound goal. Been waiting for that all weekend.
Missick continues the streak.
Face-off won by the Hawks. That should take a lot of energy out of Haverford, I would think, for these last 2:37.
This is where you just hope, though, cooler heads prevail, Tom.
Fry kicks that loose. McCarty tried to get it free, but good defensive play. Hawks bring it in the zone. Cardenas tried to toe drag. Probably just a half second from being alone, and instead, Carmichael harassing on the deep end. Puck gets flipped up and out, controlled by Fabrizio.
Carmichael got dumped behind the play. This is what I'm a little worried about with a 3-0 game.
Perfect. There's your area pass deflected in by Cardenas. Clock keeps moving, winding through 2 minutes.
Carmichael gets dumped again by 53.
I'll tell you, he's made a lot of friends today. Good job by Cardenas, keep it in, but he throws it across. That came out. Fabrizio knows it. Good try, Camden, but no. We shall have a whistle and a face-off at 1:45.
A little delay there on that offside with the puck coming out, but I think he had to take his glove off to get his whistle.
Get his whistle in his mouth. It's all right. We needed a line change there. So Sexton up with Ripley and Halder in a creative line combination. Ripley brings it on himself, tries to look for Sexton, then throws it in deep smartly. The right play. Back in behind Haverford, tries to play it off on the far side. Tapped loose, coming across is Ripley. He gets a piece of the puck. It barely gets out of the zone. Ostad smartly backs off. Gives just a little ground, but plays good position. Keeps Selesky out on the outside. Troiano to Fry. Fry shot blocked and chipped ahead. And here comes Sexton. He wants to poke it past and gets free. Walking in, Sexton shot across. Oh, what a pass! And Ripley couldn't knock it home. Ostad will go deep. 53 seconds left. Puck loose in behind, thrown around on the near side by Haverford. Halder gets a little support from Ripley, but here comes Lindlow as he gets ridden off. And a nice play, Heersink with the read. Heersink going to take it himself, shoot it. Oh, what a nice save made. Puck down and deep. Played off the glove and around. Far side, 20 seconds left. Heersink throws it towards the net, goes off a leg. Heersink could get called there.
No, Sinks, no!
And now everybody's coming together. So the kid was holding his stick. So Heersink's stick was in the armpit, and he was holding it, wouldn't let him pull his stick out. So Heersink gets frustrated and pushes down on him. Then the other guy comes across and goes after Sinks, and then everybody comes together. And we'll get roughing calls and an unsportsmanlike call.
And that's the only one?
Oh, no, I guess Ripley too. And McKay should go again for his 6th minute of penalty time. And really, we have 9 seconds to bleed off the clock with a face-off now in the defensive zone.
That's what I was worried about, Tom. You could see it coming.
Yeah.
And, I think there was a little bit, too. Sinks took a late hit there after the puck was away.
So 5-on-4 hockey for 9 seconds. The game is over as there is 9 seconds left on the clock. But the Hawks, barring any catastrophes on this face-off, should skate to a really solid win. And a nice rebound of a shutout for Mr. Easton Jones. And a 3-0 win, and Easton gets the shutout. And a great rebound game for the Hawks as they take down Haverford 3-0. And that's a good way.
And we have all our players for tomorrow.
We do. We avoided
start to worry about
that catastrophe, indeed. So, hey, tomorrow morning, 10:40, we're at Rock Ice Arena. Again, an opportunity for a live broadcast. Hopefully you guys were able to hear us tonight. It was great to be back together on the mics and a really spirited, fun game in and out of the stands and on the ice. And
on the ice,
look forward to
ice, hey.
more of that tomorrow. Look forward to being back with you, buddy. So me and Ryan Jones saying goodnight and see you guys tomorrow. Hawks win 3.